everyone. Today I want to share some of the key features in JavaScript. Here the first one is a variable. Here we can define the variables names like age, and here I had declared the variable with a let and in constpy with a constant keyword, as we can given here is a floating number. With a variable name I had given this age. By using this console.log we can print the above name, age, value. Coming to the arrays section, here I had kept a list of elements here, and I had printed with an calling this function with fruits. Here I kept the function name as fruits. I think it's array. Here it's 0. It indicates the element of first one, which is at index 0. It is an apple. Next, if we want to add something to the list, we have to use the push keyword, so that we can add this orange to the list, so that it can add at the last besides the mango. And we can update the fruits. We can update this name as in fruits to this fruits. Next, functions. Here is a function. Calling function can be called with the open parenthesis without mentioning it anything. By using this plus notation, we can access the element there. If there isn't any text to be present, it should be presented in between the codes. Then we can print it with a console.log. Using some of the arrow functions also we can access the function. With arrows also we can access the function. Later we can print this with some square. Math.function is not specified to use here. Next, here the object declaration. Here I had declared my first name and last name, age. I entered my course. This is the object declaration. Then while printing I used a console.log student, and then mentioning and accessing those values with a plus symbol to get in call to those objects to print them. In between the loops, we can write here within the for loop. Here accessing the list. Here the fruits of length will be the length of the list here, and also this fruit index. In between C language also we use an for loop for accessing the elements or printing the loops. The declaration of I in the C we mentioned with an int, but here in the JavaScript we use an let. And for the for loop with the simple array, calling a for loop within the array, just calling it by the name. Here I said it's a list, but it's not a list. It can be also called as an array. It is a list in the Python language. Next, it is a let of count. Use the count variable here is to count. We'll count by using this count. We want to know the count of the program or count of specific variables or items. We use a while loop here to access that count. Then using this updation symbol of count plus plus, which makes an increment of these code or increments the count step by step. Here are the 5 conditions that I had written here. One is variable, array, function and object declaration, loops here. Once go through this all the code, that you can be aware of JavaScript. You can easily write or you can easily understand. These are the basic concepts that must have to learn everyone. That it needs some of the time, but it makes it easier to way of conveying or way of understanding will be easy and take some less time to learn. But JavaScript was simply easier but not difficult when you go through with the C language first. next somewhat awareing with a Python language. Thank you.